Welcome to the third part of the Ready-to-Go series. This month, we're going whitewater rafting. So there's this company called Kolad Rafting which organizes rafting trips on the Kundalika river. To get there, we've got to cross Tamani Ghat, which is what we're on right now. Tamani Ghat has some lovely roads and some lovely views, and also some wildlife. So if we're lucky, we might see some monkeys. The rafting point is about 100 kilometers from Pune and should take about 2.5 hours to get there. The Datsun redi-GO may be a bona fide city car, but that doesn't mean it's out of place on the highways. We're about 10 kilometers into Tamani Ghat and it's doing great. It's got a small engine, but it's also very light, so that means it's not particularly stressed when climbing uphill. And the suspension is also very pliant. There were a few bad patches a little bit earlier and it just soaks up everything. It is designed, after all, for our city's pathetic roads. After a 2.5 hour drive, we finally made it to the rafting starting point here in Kolad. Now the water might not look like much at the moment, but there's a dam further upstream and they're going to open the gates in a while and the water is going to become much more intense. In the meantime, I'm going to go get changed into something more comfortable for rafting. We were first given a safety briefing, followed by a basic briefing on how to grip the paddle and the correct technique to row the raft. Then it was time to hit the water. The rafting session lasts about 12 kilometers and there are a number of quirkily named rapids along the way. Around 8 to 9 people can sit in a raft, excluding the instructor, so it's better to go in a group so that you've got your friends along with you. Unlike rivers in North India, the Kundalika river doesn't really have bone-chillingly cold water. The water is fairly warm and it's actually enjoyable when you get wet. So we finished about 10 kilometers of the river. We've got around 2 kilometers left. The rapids have sort of evened out, there are not too many rapids anymore, so we're going to jump into the water and have a little fun now. Once you're done rafting, you can either head back to the city you came from. It is only a 2.5 hour drive to Pune after all. Or you could stay in one of the many farmhouses that Kolad has to offer. And here we are. We're at the end of the third part of the Ready-to-Go series. We took the little redi-GO out of the city, took it through a lovely drive to Tamani Ghat, brought it whitewater rafting, had a whale of a time whitewater rafting, and now we're going to call it a day. Don't forget to pick up your copy of Evo India magazine to catch the story in print.